Hello world, oh, this is Wolfstar Games. I don't know why I am still talking in Fowl's voice, but I am. Last time we got into a lot of information, a lot of mind-blowing, revelationary information, and my mind has calmed down a little bit from last time, and I've thought about it, thought about things a little more calmly, and with the top 3 people in the leaderboards of Kill Ballad, there was one thing that I didn't think of at the time when I was recording, that with me saying that their deaths could have been staged, there's one aspect that I didn't consider, which is that the bodies that were found might not actually have been theirs. That their bodies were placed there to look like them, but they're actually still alive. So I feel like that possibility could exist. That the Committee of 300 would do something like that. I feel that is not actually the case, that they actually are dead. That being said, if they were still alive, that would give more credence to the fact of what Kaito mentioned, of that their fighting styles are the same. It's like if they were still alive, their fighting styles would be the same because they are still alive. So that would shoot down my AI theory of that AI is being replaced by them. But I want to say that that is not actually the case. That they are in fact dead. So it's... I feel in some way that there's some kind of catch-22 going on here with this. That there is some kind of twist with their deaths. I want to say that's finite, that they are dead. And as far as the last episode of the Gundorel anime, with that being now shown to us, and not just us the player, but the characters as well, I was also thinking, like, why are they showing this now? I mean, I feel like everything is coming to a head, and that I'm like encroaching on an ending. And from what I remember from a past comment, is that the endings to this game are all canon. So which I find interesting. It's not something that I'm used to with a visual novel. I guess there isn't like a true ending to this game. So with every ending to this, it's like, I wonder, 1, how many endings there are, and 2, how major are these endings gonna be? I mean, we just got the Kimijima Report number 3. So the revelations with the third Kimijima Report, in conjunction with the Gundorel anime, they all have... I mean, they both have some very interesting ties to one another. Hence why I believe that, you know, fiction and reality are melding together and becoming one. It's such an interesting factor to all this. And, you know, and I was also thinking, you know, with the fact that Frau's mom worked on the Gunvarel anime, that, you know, with this lost last episode, that she more than likely disappeared because of this last episode. So it's like, what happened? Did the Committee of 300 get to her? I mean, I want to say that she is part of the Committee of 300, and they took her and shut her away in an underground shelter. And, of course, Frau wouldn't know what happened to her mother because, you know, Frau's mom would want to keep the Frau safe. It's like she doesn't want anything to happen to her daughter. So if the Frau were to find out what happened to her mother and, you know, pursue the truth in that, you know, she could wind up going headlong into a similar situation that her mother did, and wind up in a dangerous situation. And, you know, and of course that's something that the Frau's mom doesn't want to happen to her. So it's, which of course is very understandable. It's like, as a parent, you want to protect your children. So I could understand that if that is the case. So it's all very interesting with all the ties I'm drawing from every little piece of information. So I'm very interested to see where this is all heading and see if any of my theories and thoughts are correct. Not a single vehicle passes through the tiny hilltop. There rests a quiet park, and above it, a clear blue sky. A thunderhead slowly drifts in the wind. The horizon rests far in the distance. I thought this scenery might have drastically changed after what happened yesterday, but that's not the case. In fact, it's so peaceful that it makes me wonder if what happened was all just an illusion. It definitely was not an illusion. It's a beautiful day. It's not raining anymore, and it's so clear out that it's actually kind of obnoxious. Okay, that's an odd thing to say. I forget where I am for a moment and gaze up into the sky aimlessly. Are we on top of the tower where we got Kimijima report number 2? Why are we up here? I'm a little relieved that nothing has changed. Anyway, I quickly jump down from the stairs. I then climb over the fence and jump. I stretch my body out before I land. What exactly did he do? After searching around the antenna tower for a bit, I did in fact find another monopole. Oh. So, okay, Akiho said that she found one. Is this the one that she found, or is this a third monopole? Unable to ignore the problem any further, I climbed to the top of the tower again and moved the antenna. Now there won't be any more stray monopoles. At least for today. Now I'm just thinking, what if there were to be a barrage of monopoles raining down from the sky? Oh god, that would, I guess, look like a meteor storm. I'm thinking of continuing this all throughout the month of August. Really? Okay. It's like Kaito is really changing gears. It's like before he didn't want to have anything to do with all of this, and now he's all interested in what is going on around him, and and he's outside of his comfort zone of playing video games. So it's like he's like branching out, discovering new things. And this is a doozy of a of a thing to get into. To say the least, anyway. Hakiho and Mom will probably get mad at me again. Maybe. But as long as I don't try climbing it during a typhoon, I should be fine. But man, the view from up top is something else. I'm sure the view is amazing. It's nicer than the view from the sightseeing tower nearby because I can see all the way out to Mitanecho. The tower would be higher up than this tower would be higher up than the sightseeing tower, so the view would be way better. Climbing this thing during the typhoon royally sucked. But today, the wind is gentle and the weather is great, so I had nothing to fear and could leisurely enjoy the view. The world hasn't changed. At least not yet. Maybe that's because I'm on this remote island off the coast of Japan. In fact, it's almost disappointing. How so? Though, to be fair, the Kimijima reports have had an effect on me. That's to be sure. It's true that I was trembling on the inside in fear that some global catastrophe might take place. And it still could. I mean, these reports have been they seem to be foreshadowing what is to come, so it's like Kimijima Ko not only is like a whistleblower, but is also like trying to warn someone what is going to take place in the future. Like he's some kind of prophet in a way. So I thought that the leaking of the final episode might be the trigger for something. More than likely. But in the end, nothing happened. Not yet. It's like, I'm willing to bet something will happen. Just not right now. And who knows? Whatever that something may be may happen way later. only a handful of people are freaking out over it. Most people don't care about some random old anime. Don't tell that to Akio. There's only one thing that's changed in my immediate surroundings. What's that? And that's Akio being in shock and the club being on break. Oh. Okay, so, Akio is still reeling from witnessing the final episode of the Gunvarel anime, and I guess she needs some time to recuperate from watching that. That's understandable, fully understandable. Apparently, she can't even eat right now. Oh. I feel bad for Akio. It's like... This has hit a major toll on her, so... Aw. Once I'm off the tower, I head to my usual spot. Normally when I settle here, I go into kill ballad mode. But today, my motivation gets cut short after 10 matches. Maybe yesterday's events are mentally affecting me more than I realize. I mean, he may not be as invested in the Gunvarel anime as Akio, but just witnessing how that has affected Akio, Kaito will feel some kind of, we'll feel something out of it. I mean, Kaito clearly has a strong connection with Akio, and not just because they're childhood friends, I feel. It's like I feel like they're more than just childhood friends. There seems to be like an underlying affection for each other between the two of them. At least that's what I feel from the two of them interacting over the course of this game so far. I may be reading too much into it, but that's how I'm seeing their relationship. That they could be more than just childhood friends. Either way, I'm still better off compared to others. I mean, look at Akio. And what about Frau? What exactly are you talking about with the Frau there, Kaito? Come to think of it, I haven't spoken to her at all. I'm betting the mental damage she's sustained is a lot worse than Akio's. Seeing that, for one, that she's the creator of Kill Ballad, and that Kill Ballad is based off the Gunvarel anime, and two, because her mom worked on the show. Yeah, I could see how that could be more mentally damaging to the Frau than Akio. She discovered that the top 3 KV players have been dead for 6 months. There's also that, yeah. And then, right after that, the last episode of her mom's anime leaked. Yeah, that timing seems to be too perfect. It's like it's like every little detail. The fact that we get the last episode leaked to us right after learning about the top 3 people of the leaderboards of Kill Ballad have been dead. It's like the connections are interesting. I may be making a connection that's too far off base, but I can't help but make every little thing connect in such a way that it makes sense to me from a story standpoint, a narrative standpoint, I should say. Because that's just how my mind works, you know, with me reading a lot and, you know, being a writer and, you know, and just really paying attention to, you know, story. That's just how I am. I can't help but make connections to like every little thing, even though that every little thing may not be directly tied to something in the big major narrative of a particular story. But I feel like with this game that I don't know. I feel like with this game that I may be kind of on track. At least that's what my gut is telling me. And as the shit icing to the crap cake. Oh my god. That's a phrase and a half. And as the shit icing to the crab cake. Maybe I should start saying that now. The actual episode is a tragedy that rejects what the show was about. If what Proud told me about how 13 anime staffers were murdered before the episode aired is true, and I still want to say that out of those 13, that 3 of them were the top 3 in the leaderboards of Kill Ballad. I mean, millions of people play the game. So, I feel I'm not too far off base with that thought. Not to mention that they could very well be part of the Committee of 300. I mean, they, regardless of their status, they would, you know, play a video game for fun, you know. So I don't know. It may sound like I'm grasping at straws, but you know, it's just me being me. That makes the meaning behind yesterday's video all the more heavy. Okay, Marty McFly. Fans online who have been disappointed for 4 years have made a total 180 and are dissecting the video. Get Matt Pat on this real quick. He'll make a game theory about this to the point where we'll get a complete analysis of how Kill Ballad and the Gunbarrel anime are one and the same. I went through a few analysis sites yesterday. Apparently the episode utilizes subliminal effects. I can't say subliminal apparently. I seriously can't say this without stumbling. A technique when inserting an image that has nothing to do with the main content into a video to subconsciously affect the person watching it. The actual effects are still unknown and are still being researched. it is prohibited to use subliminal... I actually said it. Effects for TV broadcasts. Okay. Yeah, and a lot of shows, I feel, do that to a really good effect, and others don't as well. It's a really old technique with questionable effectiveness. This is true. But there's no doubt that it's being intentionally used in this instance. The fact that I immediately assume the Tavistock Institute is involved means that Kimijima-ko has his claws in me. Figuratively and literally. The video was up to Nico Nico Video, not Nico Nico B, but the perp used a burner account, so it'd be pointless to try and track them. I wonder who uploaded it. The most suspicious person is Kogori Minami, the missing director, and the Frau's mother, which would mean that Frau's mom is alive. I mean, I've felt that is the case this whole time. You know, she's alive, but just missing. Disappeared, yeah, however you want to put it. It's like she must be in one of those underground shelters that was mentioned in the Kimijima report. The Kimijima reports, in addition to the similarities with the leaked episode, I'm curious about how Kimijima-ko was pursued by the committee and the institute, not to mention his mysterious death. I have a bad feeling about all this. Now he's Han Solo. I have a bad feeling about this. I mean, I am making a lot of references so far. I don't know why or how. I just don't feel good about it. Like he has a sinking feeling in his gut. Yeah. I lean against the rusted fence and let the wind blow over me. If I apply too much weight, it'll break and I'll fall. Oh, let's not let that happen. I need to be careful.
Oh.
It's then that I notice a familiar face walking down the street. Who's here? She's pushing her bright emerald blue bicycle along without riding it. Akiho? No, it's Tanoji-san. Okay, Nae. What's she doing here? She's coming up the hill from the TNSC and cutting through the park to head to Mitane-cho. I wonder why she's pushing her bicycle. I watch her from the observatory without calling out to her, and she seemingly decides to take a rest in the park lot? In the park lot. Not the parking lot? Maybe something happened.
Oi!
When I call out to her, Tanoji-san immediately notices and waves at me.
Yashio-kun! Konnichiwa! Soko, watashi mo itte ii desu ka?
Well, of course you can. What? She's coming up here? Yeah, well, why not? Why not, Kaito? It's like, it's a free country, she can go up there too if you're up there. It doesn't seem like she has any business with me or anything. Doesn't matter.
どうぞ
Tanoji-san comes jogging up, her steps light as a feather.
その階段ところどころ腐ってるから気をつけてね
Domo domo.
You're welcome. After hearing my warning, she timidly makes her way up the steps. But her usual smile returns in no time.
いい眺め。ほら VAB が見えますよ。
VAB. We got that acronym before. I can't remember what that stands for.
知ってます。地元民なんで。
She's such a carefree person. I mean, that's who Nae is. It's almost as if she has no idea what happened yesterday. But maybe this is normal for someone who's not that into anime. Akio said that Gundurel is pretty mainstream, but it's still 4 years old. At the end of the day, anime is just fiction. But I still feel that the anime and reality are blending together. Just a little slowly right now, but I feel that that's gonna come to a head at some point and eventually become one. Regardless of the content of the mythical final episode, it won't affect reality. You say that now. If I didn't know Frau or the links to the Kimijima reports, I'd probably have no interest in Gundurel's final episode.
私、ここの展望台に登ったのは初めてです。いつも目の前の道を通り過ぎるだけでして、そこの道、アップダウンが適度にあるので、いい運動になるんですよ。
I imagine so.
でも、さっきは自転車を押してましたよね。なんで？
Maybe she just got a little tired and decided to just walk.
いやー、タイヤがパンクしちゃったんです。
Oh. Yeah, that would cause a little trouble trying to ride your bike.
上りを攻めていたら、道端に綺麗なお花を見つけまして。
Oh yeah?
そのお花、ハイビスカスだったんで、つい見とれちゃってたら、鋭い石か何かを踏んじゃったんですよ。
Oops. Hibiscus. Typically called the Chinese rose. I did not know that. A flower with 5 petals that are a splendid red. They only breed in warm areas. I almost said places, but same deal. So the flower has come to represent tropical lands. Like an island. 完全に罠でした。Was it not? Really? It's like she's kind of making a mountain out of a molehill.
でも、おかげでじっくりとお花を鑑賞できたので、よしとします。
That's a very cliche phrase, but okay, Nae.
南国って感じのお花ですよね。
That's a new reaction. And honestly, it makes her rather adorable.
で、この丘を越えれば南種の中心街でしょ？そこまで行けば自転車屋さんがあるかなと思ったんです。
Is there?
ただ、さすがにちょっと疲れたので休憩しようかと。
Okay, so I was partly right. She did get a little tired from riding her bike.
店に電話すれば迎えに来てくれるのに。
そうなんですか？でも電話番号が。
知ってるけど。
Of course, Kaito knows.
なぜ？
地元民だから。
Like, that's his answer for everything, it seems. There are 3 bike shops in the area, and all of them have helped me out. I even know the shop owners by face. By face, not by name? That's kind of a odd thing to say. Knowing the shop owners by face. I've never heard that before.
電話番号教えましょうか。
ぜひ。
Even I feel pretty good having someone so cheerfully nod their head at me. Is she the type who doesn't care about that kind of thing? What a weird woman. She kidnaps us the day we first meet. She works at an amazing place like JAXA and demonstrated her wealth of knowledge during our Model 2 meeting. I mean, she's definitely grown up and changed in a lot of ways since her Steins Gate days. So, it's like, of course, she would know a lot more now than she did when she was a kid. Yet she's only a few years older than us. She wears a smile on her face, making you think she's easygoing, but then she'll bike tens of kilometers. She's very fit. Just like someone else from Steins Gate. Yet her eyes rarely smile. I get the feeling she'd be terrifying when she's mad. Huh? Oh, right. She's kind of like Misane.
いえ、宇宙が丘公園にいるんです。はい。
Oh, did she just get a phone call?
本当ですか？助かります。はい、じゃあ待ってますんで、よろしくお願いします。
While on the phone with Cheetah Bikes, oh, she called them right away. She bows her head a few times toward her phone droid, then smiles at me.
迎えに来てくれるそうです。
Perfect.
そりゃよかった。
本当に。ヤシオくんにここで会えたおかげです。ありがとう。
Getting a little closer there, Nae. You gonna, like, hug me, or maybe better yet, kiss me? Then, out of nowhere, she tries to hug me. Okay, a hug. I mean, she's very touchy-feely.
何今何しようとしたの
She's trying to hug you. Come on, Kaito.
ハグですけど。
It's like, why would you deny a hug from Nae of all people? She's so bubbly and nice.
感謝を込めて。
Yeah.
いや、いいですよ別に。
恥ずかしがらなくてもいいのに。
Too late.
それもフランス育ちのお父さん譲りですか？
ええ、そうです。
After Nae-san nods without a care in the world, she sticks her hand out. A handshake here, okay.
せめて感謝の握手を。
He'll accept that, for sure. Easy enough. Akio's always grabbing onto my hands and swinging them around. That's different, though. Anyhow, we firmly shake hands.
ありがとう、ヤシオ。何でしたっけ？
Kaito.
カイト。
カイトくん。
Now, more on a first name basis. Alright, can I call you, Nae-chan, then?
ああ、そうそう。私もキルバラダウンロードしたんですよ。今、 ポケコンの中に入ってます。
Now that she mentions it, we did make a promise to battle not too long ago. My motivation hit 0 earlier, but it's not like I'd have to focus that hard to beat a newbie. It's like, seeing that she's a newbie, maybe Kaito should go easy on her? Let's give this a go.
勝負する？
ええ、自転車屋さんが迎えに来るまでですけど、ぜひ。
There you go, pass the time? Yeah.
天王寺さん、前は格ゲーやってたって言ってたっけ？実際腕前はどの程度なの？
高校生の頃は勉強ばっかりしてて、ゲームからは遠ざかっていたんです。
Okay, learning a little bit about her past a little bit. It's like I'm glad that they're doing this. You know, seeing that we haven't seen her since she was a kid.
でも中学の頃はフラットアートプリンセスっていう二つ名があったぐらいなんですよ。
The Wild Princess. Okay, that's an interesting nickname.
フラ
The what now?
フラットアウトプリンセス。ちなみにですね、漢字で暴走小町と書いてフラットアウトプリンセスと読むらしいです。
Written using the kanji for rampaging beauty. I mean, you are very beautiful, Nae, so I can get behind this.
いや、読めないよ。
Talk about an embarrassing past. I wouldn't call that embarrassing. Not really. Did she actually give herself that name? If she did, phew.
最近ポケコンが普及したこともありますけど、ゲームセンターってほとんど見なくなったでしょ？
I mean, arcades, I want to say, started to go out of fashion, like, I want to say, like, mid to late 90s. It's like, when she was a kid, that was, like, 2000, what was it? 2010 or so? Maybe a little earlier than that? Then again, this is Japan we're talking about, so things could be a little different there, but in the US, I believe arcades started going out of fashion in the mid to late 90s.
でも秋葉原には今でもまだいくつかのお店が普通にあって、男の子も女の子も気軽に入ってくるんです。キラキラ光ってて楽しそうな BGM がひっきりなしに流れていて、でも普通の人がめったに来ない地下フロアの一番奥へ行くと、
Yeah? Where is this going?
そこには血に飢えた戦士だけが立ち入りを許される対戦エリアがあるのです。
Okay. The music got very ominous. Is that good? Are you getting far more serious than I think we're gonna be going?
禁煙が当たり前となった東京で、そのエリアだけはタバコの煙でうっすらともやがかかり、普通に立っているだけで目がしみて痛みが走るくらい。選手たちはみんな一言も喋らなくて、対戦中のモニターを囲んでただひたすら血走った目で試合を見つめ続けていて、少しでも声を出そうものなら一瞬で背後から刺されてしまうかも。
That's a little dramatic, isn't it, Nae?
そんなやるかやられるかの雰囲気が漂っているわけです。
Huh. Okay. And you've been to this place more than once?
さながらバキの地下闘技場とでもいうようなダーティーでアングラな世界。
Baki? A fiction, a fighting manga that was serialized in Weekly Shonen, not champion, but champion for 20 years, starting in 1991. This written story of martial artists aiming to be the strongest on the planet. It's like my mind immediately went to Sakura from Danganronpa.
そんな場所に身を委ねていると自分の心も研ぎ澄まされていくような気になりませんか？
Tokyo sounds terrifying.
ゲーセン行ったことないからそういう雰囲気はピンとこないけど。
Huh. Kaito's never been to an arcade. So, it's like, I mean, he's only a few years younger than Nae. So did arcades go completely out of fashion by the time he was born then?
でもなんとなくわかるよ。強い相手と戦うと気持ちが戦闘モードになるんだよね。高ぶってくるっていうか。
I mean, it sounds more like he's talking about his slow-mo, ability. Yeah, quote-unquote ability.
ただ、今の話じゃ結局天王寺さんの実力はわからないままなんですけど。
激戦区の秋葉原で四天王の一角には入ってましたよ。4年以上前の話ですけどね。
One of the Elite Four? Who are the other three then? And why are you laughing, Kaito?
なんです？
だって四天王ってさすがにちょっと恥ずかしい。
ですよね。自分でもそう呼ばれるのは嫌だったんですけど、近所に住んでいたおじさんがやたらと2つ名をつけたがる人でして。
Wait. Liked giving out nicknames. That sounds awfully familiar.
その人から四天王の一人に認定されちゃいました。
もしかして暴走小町と書いてフラットなんとかと読むのもその人の命名？
Could be.
そうなんです。
Well, there we go. Tenoji-san lets out an embarrassed laugh. No reason to be embarrassed, Nae.
だけど秋葉原に来る人たちってそういうノリが好きな人たちばっかりでして、案外すんなりとそういう二つな制度は定着したんですよ。
Of course. Tokyo is legit terrifying. I don't think I'd be able to survive there. I mean, of course an islander would think this.
あ、ちなみにですね、私自分で言うのもなんですが結構強かったんですよ。しばらくやってないので腕はなまってるかもしれないですけど。
じゃあお手柔らかに。
Are you actually going to take it easy on her, Kaito? That's a lie. I'm not going to go easy on her. God dang it, Kaito. It doesn't matter what my opponent's situation or skill level is. He never changes. In a gaming respect, he never changes. I'll crush them no matter what. That's my playstyle. That may be your playstyle, but you have to have some room to be flexible with your playstyle. If someone's a little new at, especially Kill Ballad, you should let up a little bit and let them, get in moves and not just go, balls to the wall and completely defeat a newbie. It's like, come on. It's like, have a little bit of flexibility. Just saying that stuff in my head is embarrassing. I guess I'm not one to talk, am I?
さて
The smile vanishes from Tenoji-san's face the moment she grips her phone droid.
始めましょう
Okay. Why does she suddenly sound so cold? What's with this energy in the area? She's giving off the aura of someone who knows what they're doing. Well, then she must know what she's doing then. I better not underestimate her. Okay. Bolt Valiant. Heavenry Nae? Whoa! That was extremely short. Okay. And firing up. Boom! Fist to the face. I can't help but pump my fist into the air. Why? Because Tenoji-san was way stronger than I expected. Really? That string of combos was extremely short.
惜しかったやりますねカイトくん
Oh, pretty good. I mean, we're second in the leaderboard, so we're more than just pretty good. She's way stronger than Frau or Subaru. Hell, it's rude to compare them to her. It's not that her reaction speed is anything special. Her combo execution is subpar too. I just can't get any hits in on her. She crushes my offense. Interesting, huh? Her Yomi is just too good. It's like she's constantly betting on either choice A or choice B. It's a gamble. When she loses full throttle. But when she wins, there's no stopping her. It's a strategy that's hugely reliant on luck. And the worst part of it is that I don't have a reliable way of breaking through it. Which means I also have to rely on luck. She's dragging me into her pacing. Huh. But geez, what a risky tactic. A risky tactic, but it's one that she's perfected after years of observing opponents' habits and breathing at Akihabara arcades. And it's incredibly strong. she's probably the only person on this island who can go head-to-head against me evenly. So we have a real contender for Kaito here. In Nae, no less. Wow. I'd like to think that I'm still winning. 6x4. Maybe if I study Tenoji-san's tactics, I'll be able to grab onto a final chance by making riskier moves. Final chance. Fighting game lingo. A player's last opportunity to win. Very straightforward. What are you laughing for, Kaito? I can't help but laugh. My spirit is dancing. Not since Misane have I met somebody so strong in real life. How can I not get hyped? The only person who's higher ranked than me online is Tajarin, who Kaito strongly believes is Misane. The cheaters from the top 3 have been deleted off the leaderboards. Even with an online community of 20 million players, I rarely run into someone who is this skilled. So I can't help but be happy that I've met someone so strong in real life.
天王寺さん、むちゃくちゃ強かったですよ。まだゲームそのものを再開したばかりでこれなんでしょう？だったら、このまま続ければリーダーボードのトップ10に入れるかも。
I mean, if she worked hard at it, sure.
ありがとうございます。そう言ってくれると練習にも身が入るっていうものです。やっぱり人から褒められると嬉しいですね。カイトくんもナイスファイトでした。
It's like we're just complimenting each other. And it feels good to be complimented.
どうも。
I really wish she wouldn't praise me with such an amazing smile on her face. Why? It's like, would you rather her frown intensely while praising you? It's like, you're so good, Kaito. Yes, you are. It's like, that doesn't feel right. My heart's racing a mile a minute. What am I? A teenage girl?
とっても楽しかったです。久しぶりでしたけど、やっぱりいいものですね。
まさかこれで終わるつもりですか？本番はこれからなんですけど。
She probably can't stick around for too long. I mean, yeah, we're waiting for the people from the bike store to come and fix her bike, but I'm sure she has to, get going more than likely to JAXA for work, so...
お、すごいやる気ですね。じゃあ、ギリギリまで付き合いましょう。
Alright.
そうこなくちゃ。
I want to fight her more. My adrenaline is going full blast and it feels great. This is the same feeling I get when I fight Tajarin, or when I stood in front of the ring at the Robo 1 finals. It feels so good that I forget about time itself. Noji-san was right. It's the same as the arcades. There's nothing more fun than going head-to-head with someone directly in front of you. You can feel the way your opponent reacts directly. Their frustration when they fall behind, the clicking of their tongue, their sighs, the way they exaggerate their movement when they win. It's this bloodthirsty tension that constantly has you feeling like a fight might break out or something. It puts me on the edge and heightens my concentration far beyond when I play online. The more our skills collide, the more heated and fun the fight gets. One mistake can decide it all. One small opportunity can win the match. It's like walking on thin ice. Even then, I'm invigorated. My stomach feels like it might start to hurt, but I want more. So you want your stomach to continue to hurt? With Akio, Frau, and Subaru, I was never able to reach this level of excitement and thrill. And then enter Nae! But Tenoji-san is different. It's as if she's what? Misane? As if she's Misane? Comparing her to Misane. I mean, like, who is she, really, right? My whole tangent on that. Could she know Misane? I mean, Nae is from Tokyo. And Misane went to Tokyo because of her, work. So, they could have crossed paths, I guess. It's like, do they know each other directly or more indirectly? I guess that's the question. I wonder if Kaito is thinking if the Nae is like some kind of like byproduct or something of Nae. Like Nae is a robot or that would be really weird. But I don't know. How advanced is XK in their endeavors? I don't know, and I don't really want to think that Nae is a robot. That would kind of diminish her character in this game, I feel. It's like I want her to be 100% Nae from the Steins Gate games, and not just some kind of XK robot. I don't know. Not particularly something I want to think about, but I've already thought about it, so it's kind of too late. I'm convinced now that Tenoji-san's skills aren't just luck. Maybe she learned from Misane? It's just as we're about to go another round, the bike people show up. I hear a car horn. There's a cheetah cycle truck parked in the parking lot. A familiar old man is sticking his head out the truck window and waving at us. Get a hint, old man. It's like, leave us alone, we're busy. You could have waited another half hour. Oh, too bad, so sad. Alright, well, I enjoyed playing with you, Nae. Tenoji-san puts away her phone droid and stands up to leave. I hurriedly call out to her.
あのさ、天王寺さん。
苗っていいですよ。
Now we're on a first name basis.
Huh?
It's like, huh? You want me to call you by your first name? What? Or given name?
天のおじさんって言いにくいでしょ
I mean, he's gotten kind of used to saying Tenoji-san, but, you know, I would kind of prefer Kaito to call her, like, Nai-chan.
ないって呼んでくださ
Or just Nai.
じゃあナエさん
Nai-san. Okay. I want her to call her Nai-chan. Oh.
次はいつ対戦する？
い。
Tenoji-san, Nai-san, stares at me in response to my question.
また対戦したいっていうことですか
I mean, Kaito wants more of a challenge against the people who are around him, and Nai's the only one that actually gives him a challenge. So...
当然でしょ。ナエさんくらいの実力者となら一日中でもやってたいよ。
そう言ってくれると嬉しいです。
例えばさ、TNSC にいきなり行ったら対戦してくれたりする？
She could be very busy what she's doing at TNSC, though, and may not have time to play around. Maybe if she was like on a lunch break, but not when she's actually working.
それはどうでしょう。こっちも仕事がありますし。
Yeah.
たまたま時間が空いていたら付き合えるかもって感じです。
うん、それでいい。
We both descend from the observatory, and I help Nai-san load her bike onto the truck. Nai-san hops into the passenger seat, and we go our separate ways. Well, that was a fun little, departure from all the seriousness that we were getting before. Well, I know this was just like one little scene, pretty much. But, I feel like this was a good, relaxing breaking point from all the seriousness so far that we got last time. So, I think I'm actually going to stop it here. We'll pick things back up next time. So I hope you all enjoyed watching, and thank you all for watching as well. And if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, like, favorite, and claw that subscribe button to become part of the pack. And as always, everyone, I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, wherever you may be.